We think you're going to enjoy part 4 of our sessions. As we've said in part 3, we're hoping to show you how easy it is to start an application, a web application from scratch. And we're going to make all of the files available, or at least show you what they are, including a contact page, an FAQ page, an about page, obviously including the home page of this application. In this session, we're going to cover a CSS file template, which you will find out is pretty much the bread and butter of your web application design. The idea is that you want to make sure that your CSS file template is available to all of your pages, especially for the navigation bar. As you can see, the navigation bar has a mechanism where when you hover, the background of the links change to a different color. This is determined by the CSS file template, where we tell it via a specific class called telenavlinks, where we tell it to change the background color of the links as you hover with your mouse cursor. The best thing you can do, not only to save yourself some work, but also to be more efficient, is to create a good CSS file template. What that does is you are making sure that all of the pages that you're creating is going to use that same CSS template. In this case, let's look at the frequently asked questions page. You're looking at the navigation banner, and we're using the CSS template for not only this page, but for all of the other pages. And what this means is that if you're going to need a certain design element to traverse all of the pages, all you have to do is actually modify just that CSS file template to allow all of your changes to traverse all of the page navigation within the whole web application. We're going to step into the frequently asked questions page design quickly. Really just a table, the table containing the questions and answers. We want to go through the color, the alternating color palettes, and how we've been able to decide what table rows and what table data items have what type of color based on the CSS file template. The table row has its own class. The table data has its own class. That helps determine what color each alternating row and each alternating table data is going to have on that particular table. So that makes the design a little easier to read. Most of the design work that goes through this application, this HTML5 application, is really the CSS file template. In this case, until we do some web interactions, we'll be diving into JavaScript. We will give JavaScript the credit that it deserves. But in this case, for this moment, in part 4 of our sessions, the CSS file template is pretty much the key to this web application's success, as far as the look and feel is concerned anyway. As we conclude this HTML5 application, we hope that all of your questions have been answered. If not, if you find anything that was not included in this HTML5 session, you can also contact us through our website, www.dököllsolutionsinc.com. Okay, let's leave it here for the time being and pick it up in part 5, which we'll be discussing links and how a a hypertext reference get you from one page to the next by using a hypertext reference. That's going to be the A tag, the hypertext reference tag. With that, we will leave it here and pick it up in part 5 of our sessions. We thank you for coming, as usual. We'd like you to comment if you have not, and subscribe to our channel, and like this video if you find it interesting. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.